I'll give you a little heads up. About half of the music in here is drum and bass. Now that I've begun, have a list of what was in the previous video that I made about this. This time I'll go through the ideas roughly in descending order of stupidity instead, and I won't waste time. There are so many similarities that there's an intermission halfway through for ideas in related topics. Now for the first and most stupid, it's the Chaos version 6 boss from Sonic Adventure sounding like the Mission Impossible theme tune. The second one isn't any better at all, solely on a castle town from Sonic 06 and Cid's theme in Final Fantasy VII. Here's part of the bass line in the first level in Alien Soldier on 32X. It slightly sounds like the US version of Wacky Workbench in Sonic CD. And for the last of the very stupid ideas, in one of the iPad adverts I noticed that the music sounded a bit like part of 8-bit Sonic 2's Aqua Lake. This next one is quite confusing, and I can't completely make up my mind about it. I had a thought that the bass line in Carnival Night in Sonic 3 sounded like that of the song Pants by Orbital. Now on the album version of Shadow's game, two of the songs that I've heard use certain sound effects that I've also heard in a few drum and bass songs. The first one is in Westopolis in the Digital Circuit original mix, and in Tread Softly by High Contrast. The second one is also in the Digital Circuit original mix, and in the London Electricity remix of Hard to Beat and Damon Alley by Danny Bird. So the game came out in 05, and the albums containing those songs came out in 07, 07 and 10. Next one also involves a sound effect, which is in Supersonic Racing, and Everybody in the Place by The Prodigy, and loads of other places, like Little Green Men by Scientific. There are a few I found in Final Fantasy V on top of one that was recommended to me. That one was with the drowning music. It occurred to me that there are actually two pieces of music that fit the bill. The best one is this. And the other one is this. A bit later in the game, I had a thought that the airship music was a bit reminiscent of something from Sonic Heroes and something from Colors. Now, I can't remember why I said Heroes, but it would be something from the main theme or tutorial level, and it would obviously be really bad anyway. I'm gonna reach for the stars. Very quickly before the intermission, Red Hot Skull, the volcano level in Sonic Adventure, kinda sounds like Cypress Hill's Insane in the Membrane. Here is an intermission, which involves stuff not identified and a load of other random related things like this Fatboy Slim, Sunset Bird of Prey and Scrap Brain Zone non-similarity. Not nearly as good as the other Fatboy Slim ones I had in the first video. And someone called Keith Palmer was the recording coordinator of Sonic Advance 3 and the recording coordinator and CG movie producer of Sonic Adventure 2. Okay, I have written here for a similarity, Chow raced from Adventure 1 with something, so either I wasn't being helpful to myself when I wrote it, or I actually couldn't identify what I thought it sounded like. Some other things I couldn't completely identify were pieces of music which coincidentally all used saxophone, although one of them did have piano too, two of which I even heard within 2 days. One of the three sounded a bit like Wild Canyon, and another of them sounded like the main theme of the Sonic Unleashed theme. For one of the first similarities, I talked about a sound used by the Prodigy and in Sonic Advance 3. Well, it turns out that sounds in other songs too. Prodigy again, Subfocus, Pendulum, and most likely others that I haven't heard, and now the names of the songs. Rough in the Jungle Business Uplifting Vibes Remix, Splash, and Salt in the Wounds. For some reason, I want to say that some drum sounds in some Danny Bird and London Electricity songs sound like some in Sonic 3, as well as a certain sound effect. First, the sound effect. And now the music. Kind of related to that, there are some songs which use sound effects that are in Sonic games. Although this first one is a bit false. Move High by Subfocus and the Adventure 1 jump sound. Next one isn't false, but it's certainly easy to miss. The sound when rotating the world in Unleashed HD is at the start of Granite by Pendulum. And for the last one, here's something I found recently. Plan B, Love Goes Down, Dr. P remix. Something else relating to Digital Circuit. The theme was used in Pirates Island in Rush Adventure. And this isn't the first time that's been done in the series. In Unleashed, Jungle Joyride Day used a flute solo from Regal Ruin in Sonic R, Savannah Citadel Day took from the 8-bit Sonic 1 credits, and part of Dark Gaia Part 1 sounds like part of Lava Reef. Dreams of an Absolution has a bar or two seemingly taken from Green Hill. This one is more well known, but still. There's a drum sound that's been reused in 06, Unleashed, and the Surfing SRA remix of A New Venture. And the 8-bit Sonic 2's Green Hill and Sonic Chaos Metra Green Hill are based partially on the European and Japanese theme of Sonic CD. Bridge Zone from 8-bit Sonic 1 and Tails theme from Adventure 1. Sonic Adventure and Sonic 3D Blast on Mega Drive, and more of Shadow's game in Rush Adventure. And more, probably. For the penultimate section of the intermission, a knowledge about the Amen break may come in useful, though simply put it's a famous and recognisable drum break that's been used in old hip-hop songs and rave-style songs and similar. It's been used at least 3 times in the Sonic series, the Knuckles boss in Advance 2, Digital Circuit, and Deep Core in Rush Adventure. And lastly, here's the beginning of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang by High Contrast.
Hey, Mr. Knuckles, man, I don't understand your trip, man.
Listen, Knuckles. Back to the main video, and a good old happy hardcore song, also known as Gabba. This is what the Drill Wisp and Colours used, and I'll play a song which uses almost exactly the same drum beat. It's the closest I got. Big in Japan by Tokyo, DJ Roy remix. So here is... and the song. Lovely. Next I want to say that I was for some reason reminded of the Advanced series, especially the third one, when I heard a certain few songs. Judgment Day and Tonight by Danny Byrd.
Judgment Day, that we don't play.
And Good Burger by the Brooks Brothers. So yeah, there's a little bit of reasoning behind that. And also for the next, which should be this high up on the list from my judgment, there's a sound at the start of Quartz Quadrant Good Future in the US Sonic CD, which sounds more than a little like one in So Pure by Baby D. Have a listen. There's a Journeys by DJ mixed by Coldcut, and during If There Was No Gravity by Air Liquide, he puts a few samples in. One of them is also in the Boss Music in the European Japanese Sonic CD. Another thing to mention about the Boss Music, which isn't actually my own idea, is that the Work That Sucker to Death line is sampled from the song Work That Sucker to Death by Xavier. Great. I didn't come up with this next one, but I decided it would be a good one to throw in because it doesn't have anything to do with electronic music. In the TV series Sat AM, most of the pieces of music are variants on music in the public domain, most of it classical, one ubiquitous example being Rimsky-Korsakov's Scheherazade. Going altogether back to modern themes now, and the final two ideas which were actually both recommended to me. Here's Dreams of an Absolution again, but this time we have a striking similarity between this and Music Sounds Better With You by Stardust. Same keys, same chords, some same notes, even similar genre and drum beat. Well, that may have been interesting, but so is this one between Metropolis Zone in Sonic 2 and Walk Idiot Walk by the Hives. Again, same drum beat among other hints. Here is a placeholder for various things that I may need to add to the end. And it's also a chance for me to say thank you for watching this far into the video. Or at least the last part of it.